There is one job that I've really been putting off. It's one of those jobs that would be so satisfying to have done, but I didn't get to it yet, and I needed help from somebody to push me towards doing it. Some of you might know our friend Ken. Nice of you to visit.
Yeah,
nice to see you.
Good to be here.
Thanks for coming up, Ken.
Really good to be here. Yes.
Last summer, after a 4-year rebuild, we launched for a short summer sea trial. The sea trial went really well, even though there were many things that we left unfinished. And this winter is all about getting to the things we didn't get to before. Some of those things are adding some cabinetry. We installed a heater, which was a big priority on the list. A really big one is going to be build pretty much the entire electrical system, along with a lot of work to the mast, new standing rigging, new sails, adding track for the mainsail, lightning protection. There's lots on the list. And one of the projects also on the list is finishing the galley sole.
Right thickness, we can just put in there as a spacer while we make the pattern.
And for you landlubbers, I don't mean the sole of the galley, well, which already is the kitchen. It's the kitchen floor. The rest of the boat has teak and holly, which is teak planks contrasted by a little strip of a brighter wood. And for now, it's just plywood substrate over beams, and so we have to match it to the rest of our floor, so that requires adding teak and holly over top. Our friend Ken actually had the perfect amount of leftover teak and holly, so that is what we are getting to installing. So it will require a bit of template making, a bit of changes, since I made this subfloor, but it's not yet perfect. Disassembling the foot pump to actually be able to start working in here. Yeah, and I'm super happy to get some help with that.
And I'm really excited for the floor in the galley to start looking good.
For sure.
I'm really looking forward to this.
Oh yeah, well, it's been missing for a while.
Yeah.
Two pieces of 1/8 inch.
Oh yeah. A template is capturing information, but then being able to move that information outside onto your work table. The challenge about this is that without big expense, we really only have one go at it. We have the perfect amount of teak and holly to apply on our surface, so we will have to be very careful about templating it very precisely, so that the pattern matches what is already there. And that is the tricky part. Yeah, it would be a lot easier if it wasn't for following up the already existing pattern. So part of the template is made. We're focusing on the chart table side right now because the pieces of teak and holly that we have are fairly narrow rectangles, 2 of them, so one will kind of cover this half and the other one will cover the galley half, but we're doing one after the other. This template, I think, is kind of done, so we'll try to get it out of here now. Although, when we went to bring the template down, we were met with a bit of a sticky situation. And then sometimes it's also the hot glue, right? As you squeeze, it might have gone under somewhere.
Well, let's hope not. But yeah, it can.
Okay.
It did there. It did there.
And this one.
Did it there? I think it did. I know it's under that. Let's see what's hitting. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm going to move it. Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Now we have to remember what we just did when we put the real piece in.
Totally. So
because it won't go in any other way than what we just did.
So it goes.
It's got to be under that hose.
Yeah, here we go.
And then down and then over. Okay, we've got it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I like about templates. You usually know as well, will it fit in and out of the companionway
Yeah.
when you make big templates. Yeah.
Right.
All
You
right.
have to learn to do those gymnastics in your head.
Totally.
You want to cut?
This piece here will be made out of a leftover from here, so just, yeah, perfect piece. And to prevent tear out, you would want to cut from the back, but of course, since there's a pattern that we have to follow, we can't just trace it on the back side, so instead we'll use other tricks. I'll go get some tape. We'll put some tape here and then cut the line just to make sure that we don't get any tear out. Because yeah, this one is a precious piece to us. We want to preserve it as best as we can. It was a little stressful to cut into those pieces, but we got it done.
Okay.
With the file.
Left-handed.
Want to get it closer? Or?
Yeah,
We're good.
fairly close.
Yep.
Still have a little chewing to do right
Yeah.
And then that one, that's all.
This is it. Our piece is always getting smaller and smaller. So a little bit of detail with the file, and then we shall fit it.
Okay, you guys. How confident are you that this is going to fit perfectly first try?
I am.
Out of 10, 9.
Ah, it's pretty confident.
It will look a little wonky because, of course, the trim here is missing, but we'll fill you in on that. Where's the culprit?
There we go.
There we go.
That looks beautiful, you guys.
Now a little bit of a tap, maybe.
A little bit of a tap. Yeah, maybe that's
Or
just
maybe
like
now we need to,
clean up the...
yeah, that radius.
Make it nice 90s, yeah. Cool.
That looks great though, Shotzi. Move your head for a second so I can get the full effect.
Ta-da!
There we
Full
go.
effect with tape and everything.
We have a floor.
Well, here you go for more visual.
So that's with the hatches in place. Looks great.
Yeah, with a bit of trim here. There is a trim around the opening and trim around the hatches themselves. So a bit of trim will go over here too. And a bit of trim at the upper end. But the leftover piece that we cut away from here, we place over here now. So I think, yeah, look at the lines matching up. Woohoo!
Perfect. Very
Yeah.
well done, you guys.
Awesome, yeah, thanks, Ken.
Yep.
One thing of note is you can see different varnish has been used, and that gives a slightly different color. But we will sand this very lightly.
Well, and also the hatches there.
Also ours, and then using the same varnish, I think it could take care of that a little bit.
Yeah.
You should test it on a scrap that we have.
Yeah.
That has, to make sure that it doesn't.
Totally. And if
doesn't-
not, that's part of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
No. Shall
Well,
we?
and it may change in when it gets UV on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's been stored in the shop upside down so that the light couldn't get to it.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh no! Secrets of the trade are being exposed.
I'd be really careful there. It wouldn't sand much. I'd maybe let that fill with varnish first.
Varnish double. So we've made Ken has made a second template for the galley side. We have traced it onto the wood. Unfortunately, that side required to be a bit wider, which is why we're gluing on a piece of 2 inches. But yeah, just work with the pattern.
Well, I know we have to do some
Yeah.
fitting there.
Let's go
Because
have a
that
look.
piece is close to the floor.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're gonna have to do something at the back corner.
Yeah. See how far it goes. Maybe it won't at this try.
But yeah, it's not gonna go under that.
Yeah.
See what I mean? You're gonna have to probably either trim that or trim the floor piece.
Woo! It's getting there.
Yay!
Looks
Ease
good
in
from
place.
6 feet up. We were talking about the 3-foot rule earlier.
Yeah. Looks good from here too.
You never look at it again from 18 inches away. You always look at it from at least 3 feet away. I used to tell people, and if you see a problem and you're laying on the floor, you're probably worried about why you're laying on the floor, not what the problem is.
It looks great, Aladino.
Yeah.
You guys killed it. Crazy, I was just saying to Ken, my eye got so used to how it was before,
Yeah.
and it makes
Nice.
such a difference to now look down the hatch and see a proper
I
floor.
love this longitudinal continuation from
Yeah,
the back.
that looks wonderful.
Totally.
Yay!
So a little finessing, but it's getting there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
minor stuff now.
Totally. Yeah.
The hard stuff's over.
It is. Well, thanks a lot for kicking us into gear
Sure.
for this project.
Thanks, Ken.
You bet. Yeah, it was a blast. Worked out good that we had just the right amount of material
Yeah.
to make it happen.
So amazing. Yeah, and I mean, look at it. We had quite a bit bigger rectangles at first, but still, yeah, we just made it. Cool.
Beauty.
Very nice.
2 master craftsmen.
1.5.
Are you baby craftsman?
I'm baby craftsman. Yeah.
That is so cool. Wow.
Half a bunny, 3/4 bunny. It is the next day, and almost half a day is over already. Just touching up on details. I've cleaned up the area. I have sanded the painted substrate. And as you can see, I also scraped off the varnish. So I was really careful with that. I used a heat gun and one of my Baco scrapers, and that went really well. And then just a very fine grit sanding. Actually, that was 400. So I'm getting ready to glue it down now. Glue it down and go have lunch. So let's do this. It was really satisfying to see these final pieces come together. And it kind of made me want more of that satisfaction, so I continued working a little on the galley cabinetry. I built these galley cabinets a few episodes ago, but now it was time to add the aesthetic touches, which is some teak trim. Aesthetic, but also functional, because they help in holding things in.
evening on the boat, and I'm about to varnish this beautiful, brand new galley floor. I cannot wait. Hello, Deanie.
Hey. Hello. We have rain. It's good for the planet.
It's pouring.
As if it wasn't hard enough now to visit the jungle gym in here. With no floor. We have to take off our shoes. Anyway, fun.
So varnishing jobs never end, but I'm approaching all of these jobs so much more calmly and slowly than I was previously. You guys all saw me burned out on the boat when we were working on it, just full steam ahead in the States. But there's just been a much more relaxed pace since being in Canada. We don't have that like frantic urgency of impending visa deadlines, especially with the sort of uncertainty surrounding the relationship between Canada and the States right now. I'm really grateful to the fact that we kind of did that whole move before all of this became an issue. So things are just feeling calmer and slower, and I'm really actually loving the process again of, you know, coming in and doing a bit of work and stepping back and enjoying it and seeing the beauty that I was able to create by a little bit of slow and methodical application. So yeah, like I've said before, I love the galley cabinets. I love the fact that we now have a galley floor. It really completes things. Now, Aladino did a really wonderful job sanding the floor. However, it was a really tricky thing to do because it had some kind of finish on it. We weren't 100% sure what kind of finish it was. It was different than the finish we use on other, so we wanted to take it off, but then also the veneer is really thin, so you don't want to sand through it, so it's very delicate, and it did end up a little blotchy, but we're not going to worry about it. It's the floor. It's going to, I think the blotchiness is really going to tone down a bit once I have that satin finish varnish on it at the very end, because that just kind of makes everything a little bit more even and less stark anyway. So it looks beautiful. I'm really happy about it. So all in all, I feel like this was really successful. Huge thank you to Ken for coming up. We really appreciate your help, and it was really nice of you to come up here for the day. I love the fact that all of these visual things are getting completed. You know, compared to the progress that we saw when we were in the States, sort of in the thick of this refit, the progress we're seeing now is so much more apparent and satisfying, and it's really nice to be at this stage. So, yay. I'm so happy. Huge thank you for being here, everybody. A really big thank you to the folks whose names are now appearing on screen for always going above and beyond to make sure that Magic Carpet keeps being produced. We could not do this without you. We are eternally grateful. A huge thank you to all of our patrons for making this all possible. We post real-time updates on Patreon every single week so that you can get some real-time insight into what's happening, the decisions we're facing, and then also for little things like if you've got a little question about your boat or some real-time question for us, then we'd be happy to chat to you a bit on Patreon. So yeah, it's what keeps this all going, and most importantly, it's what keeps it ad-free so that we don't have to interrupt our videos to read you an ad, and that is the best thing in the world. We are truly grateful for that. Thank you. All right, everyone, we'll see you next week. We've got some more things with the mast coming up. You saw last episode, it really worked out in the end, but the process wasn't exactly smooth with some of the tasks we had up the mast, and so we've come up with a game plan to sort that out. We'll talk about that next week. Thanks, everyone.